Ellen McCauley at Praying Off in Syracuse, New York. I love lists. I love like little tips. And this is Christian ways to relieve stress. And never borrow from the future. If you worry about what may happen tomorrow and it doesn't happen, you've worried in vain. Even if it does happen, now you have to worry twice. So I like that. I like not worrying. Pray is number one. This is go to bed on time. We've been doing a lot of work around the house, and we have a new like bed set and a new blanket and a new like big cozy Martha Stewart bed topper. When I get in bed at night, it's like I'm like, oh, this feels so good. You gotta make your bed comfortable. You gotta wanna get in it. You gotta be nice and warm and cozy. Then you'll get to bed on time. Get up on time so that you can start the day unrushed. Every day, I already know what I'm going to do the following day. I plan ahead. I like to plan. I really do. Even I'm retired, I have more plans than I ever did. It's exciting for me to accomplish things. We should be less stressed if we're retired, because we used to have 4 kids, work full time, and do the holidays. And now it's like easy peasy. You know, plus, how much stuff do you need? We've really cut back. I mean, if I buy my sister $400 worth of stuff and she buys me $400 worth of stuff, we have a lot of stuff. So we just said, let's give each other an ornament. You know, it's nice to have a nice ornament. You don't need so much stuff. And if I were to ask you right now, what did you get for Christmas last year? Many of you would be hard pressed to even remember, unless it was a trip to Ireland or something. Which, by the way, let's all give a round of applause and best wishes to, did he stay or did he go? Robin. Oh, he's getting ready to leave for Ireland, so poor guy. He's going to go away for 3 weeks for the holidays in Ireland. How nice, huh? Okay, say no to projects that will not fit into your schedule. There's so many things I want to say yes to, so many things. I want to say yes to a lot of things. Like my sister said, do you want to go see me in St. Louis Saturday afternoon at the Township 5? And I thought about it for a minute. I said, well, I love my sister. Other people are going, so she won't be alone. I said, but then there's other people that we don't know. They'll be talking and eating, and then there's no words, and I really like words. And I said, oh, thank you so much for inviting me, but I think I'm okay. I just gotta say no to some things. Also, allow extra time to get to places. I'd rather be early than late. I honestly don't think I've ever been late in my life. If I have to student teach or substitute teach at a new school, I drive there the day before so I know where it is, so I don't get lost. I don't like to be late because it bothers me. I feel all rushed. I feel all, I don't like it. You know, it kills me. We go to 7:30 Mass, and at 7:28, there's no one in the church. And at 7:30, I look and it's packed. I'm like, whoa! All these people got here in 1 or 2 minutes? If you are a habitually late person, do you like it? Is there something inherently good about that? Really start thinking about being on time in 2024. Also, separate worries from concerns. If a situation is a concern, find out what God would have you do and let go of the anxiety. If you can't do anything about it, forget it. There are so many things in my life that I can't do a thing about it. I gotta let it go. How many times have you gone on and on and on and on about something and you can't do a thing about it? So who are you hurting? Yourself. Here's a big one. Number 14, KMS. Keep mouth shut. This single piece of advice advice can prevent an enormous amount of trouble. I remember my father died in June 9th of 1991. And my older sister had, a brain injury, but she got brought up by the family. She progressed so much more than she would have. So, it was her birthday, my birthday, so my mother said, whatever you do, don't bring up your father dying. Let's just have a nice day. She's saying this to Kathy, don't bring it up. So we're at the table, we're getting ready to say grace and everything, and Kathy says, we're all here except for you know who. Which I always laugh at. We ended up laughing at that. But how many times has someone at a Christmas party said, so when you get a job? Or when you having a baby? Or when you giving me another grandchild? Or don't you think you should be getting a better job that pays more? You start opening up your mouth and bringing up stuff that people don't want to hear. So I always think a lot of trouble I've gotten in my life is failure to keep my mouth shut. Now, though, what happens is when I do keep my mouth shut, people are very concerned about it. They're like, Alan's not saying anything. Well, I know she's thinking. Then they go to what I'm thinking. So it takes a while for people to get used to this. And I love this. Have backups. Have extra stamps. Have this. At work, I worked in an office with 100 people. It became known very quickly that I had stamps. So people would come up to me with 66 cents and say, can I buy a stamp off you? It got to the point where every single day I was selling someone a stamp. Then one guy gave me 70 cents and wanted 4 cents change. So then, I remember Father Belligotti talked about lies that weren't really lies, because we really nailed Father Belligotti in Elmira Heights, New York. Father, what if someone calls her my mother and she says, tell them I'm not here, tell them I'm not here. So I tell them she's not here, but she is here. Is that a lie? Do I have to confess that? And here's what Father Belligotti said. It's not a lie if you say, no, she's not here, and then in your heart you say, to you. So you're not lying because she's not here to you because your mother had asked you to say that. So then people said to me, do you have any stamps? And I said, no, I don't have any stamps. In my heart I said, for you. See how you get away with that? All right, but my whole point is I could have been very Christian and bought books and books and books but it would have gotten out of hand. Then people would have been, can I buy a book from you? So you got to be careful with your stash. It's like the women who have the oil and then the virgins with the oil. They kept that oil to themselves and didn't give it to the people who didn't have the oil. So you can't give everything away. Do something for the kid in you. I play these little games every day, like Wordle and Squirtle, and I get up early and do it, and I get a big kick out of them. I do that for the kid in you. Carry a Bible when you read, like if you're waiting somewhere. Right now, you get the Bible. I have all the Bible on my phone. If you don't know how to do it, ask me. I'll show you where it is. Same with prayers. I say 16 daily prayers. I scan them. They're on my phone. No matter where I am, I can say my 16 daily prayers. Then it says, make friends with godly people. I remember back in 2007, I had a group of friends that liked to tell me how fat I was, that liked to tell me the mistakes I made. And my sister would say to me, Ellen, those people are toxic. You really shouldn't be friends with them. And I said to God, I said, I really need to meet people that are kind, that are loving, that are generous. And then I started praying it off, and all my prayers were answered. He helped me with my weight. I met some of the best people I've ever known in my entire life. So thank you. Also, laugh a lot. Be kind to unkind people. That's hard. That's really, really hard. But try it. Also, slow down. Every night before you go to bed, think of things you're grateful for, because God has a way of turning things around. I was at a play with a dear friend, and I had gone and dated all these, like I joined a dating service and I could write a book on these dates from the dating service. So I'm talking to my friend and I said, I decided, it was December 19th, we're at a play, and I said, I've decided I'm gonna live the rest of my life alone. I've asked God for help. He must want me to be alone, that's so be it. I closed the program. My friend tells the story all the time. The next day I met Bob. So God does have a plan. He's got a plan of his own. Now, when we let stress get to us, and we all have, it can lead to weight gain. And the industry that produces processed foods and Twinkies and Dunkin' Donuts and all kinds of goodies have sugar and salt, are you ready for this? 700% larger than is recommended by dietitians. Not 10% more, not 100% more, 700% more. And they make it so that it tastes good. I don't know about you, but a Whopper with cheese tastes good. I haven't had a Whopper with cheese since 2007 because I don't need one. Also, it makes you hungry and crave. You can be stressed on the way to work, be in a traffic jam, and already have eaten a healthy breakfast, get to work and there's a dozen donuts. You think you deserve it because you had trouble getting to work. We think we deserve the donut. We need to eliminate various stress sources. I used to stress about my Christmas cards. I used to write a letter. Before Facebook, no one knew what was going on in your life, so I'd write the most perfect letter, and I'd have all these photos, and then I'd write a personal note besides, and I would always sign it, much love, Ellen and Bob. And then every year, and I've told this story before, we get cards in the mail, and some of the cards look like they dropped it, stomped on it, ripped it, put it in the envelope, and it just has their name. I grew up next door to a guy. I have known him for 63 years, and he signs Michael, I won't say his last name, he signs Michael and his last name. And I say to Bob, where is the love you said was mine, oh mine? Now, instead of stressing about it, I still write the personal note, I still write much love, and we have a separate pile of cards of the people who don't write love in it. I'm only kidding, look at you guys over there. But, how hard is it to write love in the card? And then you might say, well, I don't love these people. Then why are you spending 66 cents on them? I think if you're gonna spend 66 cents on somebody, you better write love. That's just my opinion, I'm stopping right there. Also, take time to weigh the reasons if you're late for everything. Why are you late? You blame the kids, you blame the husband? What is the reason? Also, avoid predictable situations that can lead to stress. I had a get-together for my sister's birthday, and we ran out of forks. And one person made a lot of comments on it. Whoa, I guess you don't have enough forks. And because I said, no, why don't you keep your dinner fork and we'll use it for dessert? And then they were like, whoa, not enough forks, not enough forks, not enough forks. So I said to Bob, God is my witness, we will have enough forks for Christmas. So I bought 20 more forks. So I don't have to have stress from that. They were $9.99 on sale. Also, people complained because it wasn't cold. It was too cold down in our finished basement. We have a space heater. See, I'm eliminating the stress for me by taking care of things that caused stress before. Also, my decorations at Christmas are just my junk. I don't have this expensive stuff. I like it. There's no competition. If I went to your house and you had all these buyers, carolers in Department 56, I'm sure it's beautiful. But I like my stuff too. Don't be competitive at Christmas. Also, don't pressure yourself. If you have to say no, you cannot do everything. Do things one at a time. I feel that multitasking is overrated. If I'm talking to you and you're texting at the same time, I shut up. I don't want to compete with your text. I feel if you are with someone, they should be given their undivided attention. This is the first Christmas without my mother. And I think I'll be okay because I've gotten to the point where I realize how upset she would be with me if I didn't let her be with Jesus and go on with my life. And if I didn't say, how blessed am I to be a 69-year-old woman and have had my mother this long. So I'll be okay. And I'm blessed. That's all I want to say about that. And then also, there's so much stuff about stress. There's new traditions. It's the first year that Christmas is at my house. We've got the forks, we got the heater, it's going to be Nirvana. Also, do not give people crap just to give them something. Okay? Nobody wants crap. I've much more in my aging years give gift cards, give money, because no one wants something that they're going to re-gift to somebody else. You say, what do you want? And if they don't tell you what you want, if they want, give them money or give them a gift card. Because God forbid you give them something they don't want. Also, honor someone's memory with a new, I got my sister a beautiful ornament that says, I have an angel in heaven, I call her Mom. So we can honor people's memories in very different ways. Also, don't let yourself break all your rules thinking you'll just pick them up again in the new year. How many times have you said, you know what, it's December 14th, I'm going to eat whatever I want, really, really enjoy the holidays, and then I'm going to buckle down until January 3rd. I always call it the last hurrah. And then now we're like, this is the last exponential to the 100th degree hurrah. I mean, how many last hurrahs have we had, everybody? We do not need to be eating like crazy people. Oh, here's something else. My daughter makes the most delicious candy and she sells it. She says, Mom, would you like me to send you some candy for Christmas? I said, thank you so much. Your candy is the best. But no, thank you. I said to my sister, you make the best fudge and the best Christmas cookies, man, but I don't want them this year. I don't want them because I don't have one piece of fudge. There's just me and Bob. You get a thing of fudge this big? And I could take him to work before. Bob could take him to work. We're not working. What am I going to do? Bring him to pray it off?